I'm an avid cyclist, and I like to ride 3, 4, 5 times a week. And the day I got up, I couldn't ride with the bike club because they were riding at 9 o'clock in the morning. It was a foggy day, so I decided to sleep in and take a bike ride out on Longboat Key. On the way back down in Longboat Key, there was stop traffic, and I was riding in the bike lane and thinking to myself what a beautiful day it was. And then all of a sudden the car door flew up in front of me. It had been a passenger door and stopped traffic. And I had absolutely no time to react other than to yell no. And I got blindsided by the door, and it changed my life and impacted my life considerably. From there, I was taken immediately to the emergency room, classified as a trauma, and they were fearful I might bleed out or, because of the head injuries, not even make it to the hospital. And that was the beginning of a new part of my life. I called some friends in the bike club, and they said, hey, there's this guy named Jim Dodson. He's an avid rider. He's a member of most of the bike clubs. He's a cycling advocate, and he's a pretty good guy. Why don't you give him a call? And that's literally what happened. And I got on the email that evening and sent him an email, and he called me the following morning. And we started things rolling. Jim took the heat off of all the stuff I had to worry about as far as getting even the bicycle repaired all the way through the process. He was always in contact with me as far as where I was in the medical recovery, where my wife Joyce was in her part of it, and wives suffer as much as we do sometimes with repairs, in the reparation process. And I knew that he was really caring about me as an individual in the process of getting well. You don't get well quickly. It takes a long, long time. And that's one of the things that I'll always remember and consider Jim to be a friend about, was the personal relationship that we developed. Jim is not a big company where you will not meet with Jim or talk with Jim. He was always readily available for me to be able in contact with him. One of the things that I found out was that in the art of negotiation, unless you're trained in that art, you're going to get lost. It was apparent to me very quickly that even with Jim Dodson there, that this was outside of my ballpark, but inside of his ballpark. What the insurance company thought was fair and equitable was absolutely incredulously out of the ballpark. It simply wasn't anywhere near what all the things that had happened and transpired were. Jim brought the playing field to an even status. What he was able to accomplish was something I simply couldn't accomplish, and that is to stand up to an insurance guy whose job was to try to cheat you out of things that he had promised his insured that they would take care of. In the day of negotiations, we felt comfortable going in that we had the right man. When we came out, we were absolutely confident that he had done the very best and some to represent us. And that was most important.